It's 1 in the afternoon of August 30. I'm still here in Moscow. All I could hear and understand is billiard, which I think is a swear word in Russian. The world is a great place, so there are nice people. If you are willing to do something big, you will get help even if you don't ask for it.
Let's check out this cafe and have a coffee. The Mahindra Thar is here in Russia. The UNESCO heritage sites that are being mentioned in Vladimir. This is actually the front.
It's 1 in the afternoon of August 30. I'm still here in Moscow. Well, why I'm still here today is because yesterday Anton proposed that we replace the socket, the electrical socket that's responsible for my headlight, and that socket has been malfunctioning since I have bought the bike. And I purchased the socket, went to Anton's place yesterday. Anton actually very meticulously replaced that socket by cutting every wire, putting the new connector, putting it in this new socket which is watertight. I was just so grateful for that experience where Anton did all this for me. Poland, in Krakow, I had gotten a lot of help from these bikers, Kostya and Nailya. Then in Brasov, Romania, my host Daniel's friend Gabriel replaced the alternator for me, and then now Anton did the chain sprocket and this socket replacement, and he also put the headlamps on my bike. He said that I only, since my alternator is slightly smaller because that's what we got in Romania, I just put only one light on. I have two headlights, and Anton is like, it's going to be winter, so I should put two headlights. And then he had this LED headlight, and then we put those new headlights also. And yesterday night was a funny experience. So Anton and some of his garage mates around were having a party and they were drunk, and then we put in the headlights, and then they were very particular that the headlight angle should be right, it should not blind the other person. And then we put the headlight, and then we were measuring, and then these people were like shouting to each other like, this headlight is up, this headlight is down. All I could hear and understand is billiard, which I think is a swear word in Russian. But yeah, I was standing there just soaking in that experience. I just thought that maybe I should tell them, hey, I have to leave Moscow tomorrow, and it's 3 in the night, maybe it's okay. But then they didn't listen to me, and then they just kind of keep working. So yeah, then they got the light exactly correct, and then I came in pretty late yesterday, and then I woke up late today, and hence I am here. Why I'm recording this is because I'm just humbled and grateful to these kind of helps that I have gotten in my trip without even asking for it. Well, Dumbledore said help is given to those who ask for it, but I have gotten help, at least in Anton's case, like without even asking for it. Like, he's a V-Strom rider. He got to know of me. He was like, oh, this guy just woken up one day and he started riding his V-Strom all the way to the other end of the world. And I don't know what his motivation is, but then, he's always like, hey, we should kind of fix your bike before you do this long trip in Russia. And I'm really grateful to Anton for all the help. In fact, yesterday when we were working, like, I told him that, hey, I want to do few things myself so that I can learn. And then it became like a teacher-pupil thing where he was like, okay, you unscrew this and I will come back, and then I will start unscrewing, and then I'll struggle, and I'll like, Anton, can you come and help? And then he will do a few small things, and he'll like, okay, now back, you can do the rest. And yeah, I think I know a lot more about my bike. So yeah, I think I can strip my bike a lot more. I feel more confident about my abilities to fix my bike. Thanks to Anton and all the other people I have met in this journey so far who have fixed my bike and helped me learn more about it. The world is a great place. There are nice people. If you are willing to do something big, you will get help even if you don't ask for it. to the European days of having a very large cafe next to a petrol station on the road. This one is Lukoil and this is the Lukoil cafe. And well, I think in Russia, Lukoil petrol pumps are known to have good and big cafes. I used to stop in my last Russian visit as well. But this cafe is really huge. Yeah, normally they are not as huge, but since maybe I'm closer to Moscow, that's why this is a huge cafe. It's named Luke Cafe. So yeah, time to get some coffee and then head over to Vladimir. I forgot to mention, I'm going to Vladimir, which is around 200 kilometers, and I think it's my GPS shows another 26 kilometers. So I think I pretty much was riding at 100 kilometers an hour and covered like 150 or 160 kilometers in past I think 1.5 hours, I think 1.5 to 2 hours. So yeah, in Russia people do pretty long distances in a day, like 800 kilometers is kind of normal, and well, yeah, the roads also kind of facilitate that kind of a movement. Let's check out this cafe and have a coffee. Most probably it will be expensive, but well, there are no other choices. So I took this one chocolate with nuts and one espresso small 40 ml. Total is 300 rubles. Yeah, the coffee was 180 rubles. And this is normally a lot more expensive than what you will get in the city, but I think in Russia as well as Europe, I'm not sure. I think Europe it used to be the same price, but in Russia this Lukoil cafes used to be pretty expensive, but then you can see they are like pretty swanky as well. I've been riding since Moscow. There's another cafe I crossed, which was a petrol station, Gazprom Neft, and it had a large cafe, and then this is the first one. So for past 150 kilometers there were just 2 cafes. So yeah, you don't have much choice, but it's worth a break, I would say. Spotted a Mahindra Thar here in Russia. It's a Goa registered car. I thought it's probably ridden by an Indian, but looks like the guy was Russian. Yeah, pleasantly surprised to see an Indian vehicle being ridden here in Russia. I thought I would record. In the night, I have checked into this hostel called Vishanya. I had seen the hostel in Yandex map actually, and I came in here and well, I had a conversation, but the price they quoted to me was higher than what I saw on Zen Hotels. So then I ended up booking it on Zen Hotels. Well, the check-in experience was not the best. I think the lady was a little frustrated. I don't think a lot of foreigners turn up here, so I think she was frustrated with the whole translation thing. And then and then she actually started scanning every page of my passport, and after a couple of pages I was like, what exactly are you doing? Like, this is confidential information. Like, you take the passport first page and then the Russian visa information. Why do you need all the pages? And then she explained to me with a lot of frustration that apparently it's the rule. And then I made her speak to my friend Anton, and Anton said the same thing, that yeah, it seems like it's the rule, and at other places, well, they might not follow it very diligently. So then I let her scan my passport. Things became better once I said it's okay, you can scan, and just let me check in, show me the bed. And then I got to my bed, and the hostel is actually decent, but the whole check-in fiasco kind of like didn't have a very great mark at me, but it's okay. I wouldn't let that spoil my mood. Right now I am heading to the main city, and Vladimir has some history apparently. There's stairs here. Okay, maybe I can take the stairs. So Vladimir has some history. I'll read up more and probably talk about that later. But I found Dodo Pizza somewhere in the city, and I realized that if I walk till Dodo Pizza, I will actually pass good amount of city. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll just do a night walking tour of Vladimir and also have my pizza. Actually, Vladimir feels like a nice, cute city with historical buildings at the center, and slightly outside, if you go, it has a lot of greenery and nature, and reminds me of Bhopal to a certain extent. So yeah, I like these kind of small cute cities that you can walk in the entire day by yourself. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be in Vladimir for long, because I have to keep going east. I mean, it has already become a little cold at the moment, and I think it is only going to become colder, so I have to kind of get into the Siberian region quick enough. The wide road just kind of saddened the mood. Doesn't look like a small cute city anymore, but it's okay. I mean, the first impression matters. Unlike Moscow, the Vladimir city center is not excessively lighted, but the lighting is good and seems pretty appropriate. I don't know, these buildings must be some government buildings, I guess. Then there is this monument at the center. I don't know what it is, but looking at it seems like, yeah, it has some great czars depicted on them. And then there is this white cathedral. Oh, this light is in the view. Maybe I'll go closer to it and shoot. 3 UNESCO heritage sites that are being mentioned in Vladimir, and this is one of those. They apparently, when Mongol invasion happened in Vladimir, a lot of the architecture here got destroyed, but only 2 or 3 kind of pre-dated things are left, and this cathedral is one of them. I will shoot it when I am closer to that. Yeah, so this is the Cathedral of Saint Dimitri. There is a Russian name to it also, which I can't seem to say well. I think Dmitry Vesky Sobor. And yeah, this is one of the UNESCO heritage sites. That's all I know about this. This is the view from the side, like a little side. This is better. I can see the golden domes. I don't know if this is the front or those golden domes is actually the front. I don't know if I'll have time tomorrow to visit, but yeah, there looks like a big gate here. So seems like this is the front. I don't know if it is still a functioning church or they made a museum. So during communist regime, a lot of these churches are made museum by the Soviet government. I don't know about this place, but I'll try figuring it out tomorrow. I guess this is a church. I looked at it from a distance, and it kind of reminded me of the Bran Castle, the Dracula Castle in Romania, Transylvania. The lightings are very appropriate. Like, Yeah, the beauty, the aesthetics really got me to shoot this church. So after listening to that rock band, I was going back to my hostel, and then I saw this building. I saw this building when I was going on the other side also. Brick architecture is like very common, like you'll see at a lot of places. But then it's always fake brick architecture. Like they will make it of cement and put the brick facade. But this particular building, I actually went and I saw and I touched, and it's actually bricks. Like there's no facade, like it actually is the actual bricks that they have built this thing from. And it's my first time seeing such a building which is actual bricks and actually looks nice, and it's the original architecture that they have kept. It's 4 in the evening of August 31, and I'm here in Vladimir city. This is my first recording for today, and I think I started pretty late, but it is because I decided to extend my stay in Vladimir, and I thought I will complete all my pending videos, and there are 3 days worth of videos pending. I also like the hostel where I stayed. Yeah, yesterday we didn't have a great start with I having a minor altercation with the hostel reception lady, but I actually slept really well in the hostel. I think this was the first time I would have probably slept for like 9 hours without getting interrupted. So yeah, I thought maybe the place is great for me to recover through the sleep. So I decided to stay one more day here, and I'm currently at a cafe. This is I don't know the name because I can't read Cyrillic, but this is walking distance from the hostel, and this is my 3rd visit to this cafe. I think in the morning I was here I had chicken soup, and then I came for a coffee, and this is the 3rd visit. I right now having a pancake or a crepe with chicken and mushroom. So yeah, while I work on my video, when I put it on export or upload, then I come here, eat or drink something, and then I go back. There's still I've been working on. I released day 60. Day 61 is put on the upload, and day 62 is what I will go back and work on, and then maybe I'll do a bit of a Vladimir sightseeing, and then I would call it a day and leave to Novogorod tomorrow. So I was here yesterday, but I did not come at the back. Apparently these are marked as 2 different buildings on Google Map. The first one, I don't know. I mean, to me, they seem like the same building. So this is the cathedral here, and as per Google Map, this was the main Russian Orthodox cathedral for quite a few years. I think before they moved everything to Moscow, I guess. This is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but somehow on maps they are marked as 2 different buildings. One this on the back and the one on the front. There is also an observation deck here. So seems like this place is a bit high on the ground, and there's a view of the highway which is going to the city there. I don't know what city is it, and there's one more city on the other side there. I mean, hopefully while making video I can zoom in. And apart from these two buildings, then there is one Golden Gate, but that I went to, and that was already, I think it's under renovation, so it was covered, so I could not really shoot it. But yeah, these are the main UNESCO heritage sites of Vladimir.